Well, good day to you all.
Hi there.
It's Krista.
And Kara.
And we're the twins from Healing Magic and Beyond. And welcome to another week of wild and wacky chit-chats with the twins.
Yes.
And I tell you what, we are sorry, we're probably 4 or 5 minutes late. It seems like every time we come on to do a live, and I mean, we've been on our phone and we've been doing stuff, and right away it's like the phone starts acting up, and it's like, why is that? And so we've also just had like a major day here of a lot of energy awareness going on. And so we just wanted to talk to you about, you know, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. How 99% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't even belong to you. And our sweet little bodies here pick up everything. And so they're like, oh, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And they tell your brain, this is mine, this is mine. And we buy it as real and true. And we can drive ourselves totally crazy with these beliefs of what's going on in our bodies. And so, yeah, we just wanted to talk to you guys about this today because it's something that goes on in everyone's day and life. And do you know what I'm talking about? Like when you walk into that room, or you're in a good mood one moment and the next moment you're like just mad as all can be and you don't know why, but you don't stop to ask yourself why or what's going on, and you just buy it as yours, and then you go into judging yourself and thinking you're wrong for it.
Yeah.
So who does this belong to? One of the main like awesome exercises from Access Consciousness.
Yes.
Because 99% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't belong to you.
And it seems like it's just too easy. And that's why we would choose not to do a lot of things. It's like, it can't be that easy.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And so, you know, these things that we sense as an energy, like, is it mine? Is it someone else's? Or is it something else's? Because everything around us is an entity, be it like the chair I'm sitting on, or a thing like, you know, a class you're taking, your job, your relationships, your body,
all
other
the people
people's
around
bodies,
you, people without
bodies. And so it's really important to ask yourself, like, is this mine or is it someone else's? And if you get that it's not yours, and what do we mean I get that it's not mine? Well, if it feels like something heavy, it's a lie. And we are energetic beings, and we're spiritual beings in a human body, and we're never meant to feel heavy or icky or be...
Right, we're infinite beings.
Infinite beings. And like, we've just like added all these layers of lies onto us over the years from all the beliefs that we've picked up from other people's points of views, their feelings, their emotions. And so that can feel really heavy. And so anything that feels heavy is a lie. And what we learned in Access Consciousness is that you can simply say return to sender, and everything that is times a gazillion. I now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyond.
And you can feel it like just like shifting out of your world, and you do expand beyond these little walls that you've put yourself in.
Exactly. Right? And so you can feel a lot of confusion and buy that confusion as your own. So even if you are aware of things, you can buy the confusion feeling. Like, I could go to work and I'm feeling a lot of confusion, and I'm like, why am I feeling confused with the day? Like, I don't feel sharp.
Well, you
and
said like when I'm at home, like things like seem, you know, you're really on top of it, and then you go to work and it's like you're hit with
So like, yeah, when I am at home, I'm like, I'm choosing. Like, I am aware of what's going on, and I know that these tools are working for me, and then I go to work and I'm confused. And what I got a huge awareness of is that confusion even mine? Or am I aware of all of the confusion all around me.
Just like you are.
Exactly.
Right? We're so much more aware than we realize.
And so to go a step further where it's like, is it mine or is it someone else's? Is it someone else's or something else's? And getting an awareness of that. And to get really wild and crazy here, is that someone with a body or without a body?
Because we're not the only ones here on this planet.
Exactly. We are not alone. Like, we have heard from the beginning of time all about ghost stories, all about the spirit world, other traditions.
Kids with imaginary friends.
Exactly.
Are they imaginary?
Exactly.
Right?
And there's cultures that have really embraced the spirit world and ancestors, and then there's others that haven't. And does that make any of that less real or not? And what we took Talk to the Entities, the beginning course, and one thing that we learned that really, really hit me was spirits or entities or whatever you may call them. They're just
Sup?
We're getting a sub. How's it going? We're talking about the spirit world here. And so anyways, a real good way of looking at it is a spirit or an entity or a ghost,
whatever you want to call it.
It's just a person without a body. They're no different than you or I. And think about yourself when you die. What do you want other people to think about you when you die? Do you want them to think of you as these scary monsters and, like have evil connotation attached to it? Or do you want to just be able to be like people to acknowledge you and know that you're there?
Well, we've just learned so much from movies and all that stuff, scary books even, and like even your kids that so little.
Yeah.
Like, tell about the story about Izzy with ghosts versus fairies. You can't see either, right?
Well, okay, so we were talking about ghosts one day.
Hi, Kate.
Hey, Kate. And Izzy was just like, said something about ghosts were scary. And I was like, well, Izzy, why are they scary? And she's like, well, because they like do scary stuff. I'm like what? And I'm like, she's like, well, like open and close drawers. And I'm like, well, mommy opens and closes drawers. And she's like, yeah, but I can't see them and I can see you. And then, I was like, well, just because you can't see something, does that mean that it's not real? And she's like, oh.
Right, because it's like, well, I like fairies and fairies are real, so why are ghosts scary?
Yeah, and so she was just like, oh, I just never thought of that. But we do buy so much from what we hear in the movies and like around Halloween and all the different traditions and all that. So, and then the next thing is that like most of the spirits around us don't even know that they're dead, don't even know they don't have a body. And so 85% of spirits or entities or ghosts just want to be cleared.
Yeah, and there's a video out there too that Shannon O'Hara does, because she's the gal of Talk to the Entities. But watch it, because it really makes you, like, we can post it too, but it really makes you see that
exactly,
like all the stuff we've bought is real and doesn't have to be scary.
Yeah. So have you guys had any experiences with ghosts or the spirit world? Like, how much of the stuff are we aware of? And again, like Kara said, when we're kids, like kids have imaginary friends, and that because all that stuff that they see, like their senses are wide open because they're not bogged down by the points of view of society. And then as we get older, we put up these walls and barriers around it because we're like, that's crazy. People are going to think I'm crazy. But like, how aware are you of the spirit world that you're not even acknowledging? Like
catching something out of the corner of your eye.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Having a sense that you communicated with a lost loved one, and then wanting to tell someone about that.
It's fun at my house.
Yeah. Kate has lots of fun. Yeah, we're, like, we're a lot more aware than we think, but we've shut that part of our world off because we go into a wrongness of it, because
that's the way it is.
That's the way it is. And there's just so much out there that is against it. And then so we just don't do it anymore. And as you shut that part out of your life, that awareness fades away because you've got all these barriers blocking what you are aware of. And so just by acknowledging some of the stuff that's going on, even the really subtle things, just being like, you know, like you said, the shadow out of the corner of your eye, instead of being like, oh, that was nothing. What if you could just be like, was that a spirit?
Well, and how you were on the elevator at your job in the city, how you were always scared too, right?
Like I used to go down on my break at night when I worked nights at City Hospital, and I would take the elevator down, and every time I got on the elevator, I got freaked out. I got the sense that I most certainly was not alone on the elevator. And I would just my heart would be pounding, and then ding, the elevator doors would open, and I would run like hell to the gym and just be like, oh my God, and safe in this room until I went back on the elevator back up. So anyways, it was this one particular night, same thing over and over again, where I was taking the elevator down and I got that freaked out feeling again, and I'm like, okay, hey, I just was like, hey, what's up? How you guys doing? And all of a sudden, everything shifted.
Well, it's because it was like they were trying to get your attention, so it was coming in closer and closer, and you were unfamiliar with that energy. And just by saying hello, it's like, okay, she can hear us.
Because they just want to be acknowledged. Just like you want to be acknowledged. Just like I want to be. We don't like being ignored. And so, you hear so many scary stories on these shows where they're like, these people's lives are being ruined by these ghosts who are haunting them and attacking them and, making their life a living hell. And it's like, are they just trying to communicate and they know you can hear?
And they're not more powerful than any one of us, right?
But they so they get a sense that you're aware of them, but you're ignoring them, so they get louder and louder and louder. Yes. And very, very good point, though, how, they're not more powerful than us. Have you ever heard of, someone, getting, injured by a ghost? That's ludicrous, right? We have a huge advantage. We have bodies. But we don't have to be scared of the spirit world. It's just, starting to acknowledge what you're aware of and what you're maybe seeing or hearing or feeling. And we all have different spirit awareness, which is another really cool thing. And something to not look to other people to get that acknowledgement of what you're seeing is real, because they're all really subtle signs.
And not even just the spirit world, but energy in general, picking up on different energies. Some people will feel it more. Some people can actually see energies, there's so many different ways of interpreting it. Right?
And one of the ways that I sometimes happens to me, and what's been happening over the last couple of days, is this intense anxiety in my chest, where all of a sudden I'm like, oh, and we talked about how all of a sudden you're hit by something that wasn't there before.
From being in a good mood to all of a sudden something funky is going on.
Exactly.
Is it yours?
Yeah, and so what are your signs? What are the kinds of things that your body tells you when you're picking up on something that's not yours? And
paying attention to what your body is actually trying to tell you, right?
And when it gets really intense, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if sometimes the energy really does get so intense for some of you that you're just even if it's not yours or it's not yours, you just want it gone now. And so one of the a really cool thing we learned in Talk to the Entities, the beginning. It's an Access Consciousness program, is clearing spirits. Because we learned that 85% of spirits, all they want to do is be cleared. Like, and they're not even aware that they, for whatever reason, they are like stuck here. And so this is going to sound totally bizarre to you guys.
But it works.
But it works. And so we invite you to just
become present right now.
And put your barriers down. And so that's all the beliefs that you've held real and true around the spirit world.
Everything you've watched in scary movies and all that stuff.
If for right now you could just drop all of your barriers and expand yourself out beyond everything you've bought as real and true just for this moment. A little more. Now, we're going to ask you some fun question here.
And before we start, I want to say if you find yourself in your head, you're not going to find anything in your head. It's outside of you. So it really, that's what it means by expanding out,
exactly.
Right? It's not in your head.
So I want you to just become present with all the energies around you. If you want, you can close your eyes and just become really present with all of the energies going on. And again, kind of getting out of your head, kind of functioning from your neck down and just sensing what you sense and not going into stay out of your head with all the judgments and, I'm making this up or anything you might be feeling. Just get a sense of the energy around you. And now I want you to ask, of all the spirits around you, how many of them want to be cleared? And by cleared, it's like to move on to a brand new place, to pick a new body or whatever may happen after, wherever their adventure will take them. Let's get them unstuck from here and now and relieve some of this heavy, anxious spirit energy. So get a number in your head, whatever pops to your head first.
I got 17.
How many spirits want to be cleared? I got 230.
Well, there you go.
So
what did you guys get?
What'd you guys get? Share your number here. And just, again, barriers down.
And not making it significant.
Exactly.
Right?
It can be a wild number. You might get 1, might get 1,000,000, you might get 5,062. It doesn't matter. Whatever number pops in your head, share with us. And now the clearing. Truth. Who are you? And the spirits are like, oh, this is who I am. And truth. Who were you before that? And all of a sudden the spirit's like, whew, I was someone before that. That's kind of crazy. Truth. Who were you before that? And truth. Who were you before that? And who are you before that? And who are you before that? And who are you before that? And you might feel stuff starting to like lighten up and shift. The energy you might feel shifting. And truth, who will you be in the future? And everything that is times a gazillion and now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond.
Whoa.
And so that just like, that's it. It's that simple. And what it's doing, it's because we have lived many lifetimes and we are a spiritual being and we have lots of lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And what happens when a person dies is they can become stuck and they don't realize that they can move on. And so by saying truth, who are you? And who were you before that? And who were you before that? And
it's like, wow, I don't have to be here.
And truth, who will you be in the future? It's like, pack your bags
choose
and
your
be on
own
your merry way.
adventure.
And then we like to add, and may we take
all your magnetic imprinting, all your globs and glops, and all your unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. And may we now destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion.
Boom.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Oh, so let's say that one more time. Get a number in your head. Now how many want to be cleared? Because once you start even clearing some, then they're like, hey, these chicks over here,
something's going on.
They're aware that we're here and what's going on over here. So how many want to be cleared? This time we got 425.
32.
Okay. So truth, who are you all? And truth, who are you before that? And truth, who are you before that? And 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 truth, who will you be in the future? And everything that is times a gazillion and now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And you can also add truth. What are you? And what were you all before that? 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 And before that? And before that? And truth, what will you all be in the future? And everything that is times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And another third way you can ask that is truth. What is your job? Because how many of us associate ourselves with our job? That's who we are. Mm-hmm. So truth, what is your job? And truth, what was your job before that? And 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 before that? And before that? And truth, what will your job be in the future? And you may all pack your bags and be on your merry way. And everything that is times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And may we have all your magnetic imprinting, all your globs and glops, all your anti-consciousness and unconsciousness. And destroy and uncreate all that times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And that's such a freeing feeling. Like, it's just like
my favorite, Kate says. Yeah. I know, because you can feel the shift where it's just like there's just people without bodies and they're stuck. And by doing these clearings with them, we're like freeing them and allowing them to move on and carry on into their next life or whatever may come after that.
Yeah. And it just really goes again into like all the places that you think like maybe you're crazy or there's something wrong with you or this or that. Like, we really are sensitive to all the energies that are around us. So really start questioning, like, is this even mine?
Exactly. And, you know, all the judgments that we have of ourselves create these demons within us. And it's not like the demons that, you know,
from the movies, again.
Like the, you know, every point of view you have about what demons, ghosts, spirits, entities are. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that for please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds? And so I'm aware of the time here. I just want to quickly talk about demons and the demon clearing because it might help you because it has helped us in tremendous ways. All of these judgments we have of ourselves does create these demons within us. And so there's a simple clearing that you can say, and again, we learned this in Talk to the Entities, the beginning, is go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. So I do ask you to put your barriers down and bring to all of your awareness right now all
and
the judgments.
You can look at it like just something that totally sticks you and it doesn't feel good. And this helps to release those stuck energies from your life.
And as I say it, just feel the shift in the energy and allow whatever needs to go. So closing your eyes, dropping your barriers, expanding yourself out.
I feel like I should play my singing bowl with it.
Sure. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. You might find yourself sighing. You might find yourself crying. You might find yourself laughing. Go back to whence you came, never to return to me, to my body, to this reality ever again. And everything that is times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. There are so many tools available to us, and Access Consciousness has tons of verbal processes out there that you can start to use that are so simple. Yeah.
When I get bad anxiety, that's I do the demon one because it's like, where are you judging the shit out of yourself right now? And then it's like, pull it out because it's like, it's not real. It's not real. I'm glad you felt that that's what I wanted with the singing, with the singing wall.
Good. Awesome. Well, where are we?
Yes, right.
And so we will attach Shannon O'Hara's video, which just goes in, I think it's about 45 minutes. And she's the founder of Talk to the Entities. The way she explains the spirit world is like nothing I've ever experienced before.
It's
so
amazing.
If you want to learn more, do watch this. You know, you can watch it while you get ready. If you're busy and you don't have time, you can watch it in chunks, whatever. But do watch it because it will really change your life and what you think about the spirit world.
Totally.
So, definitely another week of wild and wacky chit-chats with the twins. What else is possible that we haven't even considered?
We will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.